Sagittarius. I'm going to be doing your Let's See Why spread, and we're going to get a feel for where you are currently and why, and where you're going. As we know, this is a general reading, so it will not resonate for everyone. If it does resonate with you, but it's not your situation per se, you could have just been drawn here based on someone's energy that is strong in your field. Okay, you may be the messenger for someone else. You never know. We're gonna just go ahead and get started with this. I want to see what's going on with my Sagittarius. Queen of Swords keep being at the bottom of your deck. You guys may be making some cuts, seeing through someone's bull and kind of saying, hey, this is my mind. I'm going to give you my mind on it. That's what it feels like, at least. Alright, let's see what's going on with Sagittarius. Just going to leave that and hit the table. See what's going on with Sagittarius and see why. Sagittarius, see why. So it's going to be more past to future, okay? Let's see what's going on. Kind of felt the need to grab those, so we're going to see where it's starting off at. Quite interesting as well. We're going to see. I'm not going to flip it yet. 5 of Pentacles was at the bottom there. Already feels like you wanted something. Wasn't seeing something that could have been worth it. Let's see. I'm going to end it here too. Let's see. King of Cups at the bottom. Let's see what's happening with these here. Okay. Just trying to get a feel for the energy. I read cards more based off the energy that it's giving me rather than its meaning. Its meaning to me is a trigger in the direction that, you know, to go in. But I'm going to read the energy more. What I feel strongly is that you are someone who's you're always in control of your emotions, okay? You weren't necessarily the person who was going to come and bear all. You weren't going to come put your heart on the sleeve and tell people, hey, I got all these feelings for you, or this is what I feel, this and that. You were more so emotionally withdrawn, but not unaware of how you truly feel. And there's a feeling here of being discontent with that. Like like you want to express your emotions. And this feels like you want to express your emotions to someone. But being that in the past you weren't necessarily the person who's going to come out and spill the beans, you would rather be led on in terms of the conversation. Like someone comes and put their emotions on the table, and then you kind of give a little with that, and then they put more emotion on the table and you give a little more with that, but you weren't going to bear it all. And I feel like you kind of didn't see how much you cared about someone, or wasn't really willing to express your love to them, or even necessarily express how much love you have for them to yourself. You were more so on guard in this. You were on guard with that person as well as yourself. So maybe you didn't really see how deep this connection was. And it's quite interesting because initially I didn't take it as a love reading, but as I began to feel the energy feels as if you want to make an offer, or someone wants to make an offer to you. To me, this feels like you want to make an offer because in the back of your mind, you want this family life, you want this stability, you want this commitment, you want, it feels in a way like a partnership, but you don't want to lose your independence, and it really stirs up conflict internally and externally, and kind of puts you in a place where you're in a bit of a standstill in regards to moving forward in this connection, because you feel like if you were to move forward in this, you would be in some way giving up your freedom or your stability or your life as you know it. You don't want to really change the way things are, but you do want to have this, feels like a soulmate. You do want to have this connection in your life, and it's like you want to have your cake and eat it too, but you're being brought through this to really take a hold of your emotions, to recognize them, to be forthcoming with your emotions, and to be in this energy where you're I'm hearing dominant, but where you're actually going forward and putting in that effort and that action required to really obtain the things that you desire. And it's like it's coming, but for you it's not coming without burden. And it's interesting because typically when you have the Ten of Pentacles, there's more so bliss involved in that. There's more so happiness. But to you, when you get this when you begin to see the things that you've manifested or you've desired, when you begin to see these things walking into your life, that's when you turn on the brakes. That's when you say, hey, I want this, but wait a minute, I thought it would be a little more time before I get it. And it's like, well, no. If it's coming to you, that means your vibration is aligned with it and you're actually ready for it. But if you allow your ego to say, hey, I'm not ready, then you're going to inadvertently cause your inner world to say, hey, I'm not ready. And you're going to put the brakes on the blessings and the opportunities that's coming into your life. You're going to put the brakes on this relationship in whatever form or fashion it is in. But it does feel more like a partner, like a love relationship here. Okay, but when it's like once you begin to get the things that you want, you kind of take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. Now, in some cases, it's okay to take 2 steps forward and 1 back because you need to observe the situation. But I'm being told if it feels right, it is right. Listen to yourself. Listen to your internal world, because your internal world is going to be displayed externally. So when you have things coming into your external world, understand that it was first birthed internally, and there's no need to run from it. So if love is walking into your life, you can embrace it. Now, I'm not saying that everyone that walks into your life, because it does seem like there's multiple suitors. It does feel like there's multiple suitors, whether you have multiple interests or there's multiple people who like you. There's opportunities here for you to go in different directions, but what the cards want you to know is as long as you're aligning yourself with what you actually desire and not aligning yourself with your fears and running the opposite way of what you truly desire based on time, because understand, time is our human perception. That exists in this bubble, okay? That doesn't exist spiritually. So when you say you want something, they're going to say, let me skim through the future and see when this best aligns with where you're going to be. And it seems like you've hit that point where you're ready to start welcoming in other hearts, our hearts into your life. You're ready to start welcoming in opportunities for love and friendship and a closer bond to family. You're ready to really have a sense of fulfillment. Okay, you're ready to have it. But you're not really caring. And perhaps you see it, but again, you're holding yourself back. It's like you see it, but you don't want to see it, or you don't want to grab hold of it yet. You don't really want to say, all right, let's go in guns blazing. You're like, but I mean, I'm kind of cool with how I am now. You know, I don't necessarily need more. I want more. I can have more. You know, at times I do want more, but when it's at my door, I'm like, you know, I got these 9 cups here. When did I need 10? But when you hit 10, you bust out of this energy of like complacency, this energy of being content with what you have. Because sometimes you can be content with what you've already obtained and not realize that you're selling yourself short. It's like, I have it good already. I have it pretty good though, but you can have it better. You know, stop limiting yourself. Allow this offer to come in, and allow yourself to make this offer that brings you the love and the home life that you truly desire, that brings you these things that you truly desire. And you know, at the end of the day, you're looking at it anyways. You're contemplating on bringing this forward, or you're contemplating on accepting wholeheartedly and not just saying, yeah, come on into my life, but I need you to be this far away while you're in my life, and I'll come and deal with you when I want to. Okay? You can't do that to someone who loves you, because they're going to perceive that as, oh, Jesus, I've got a stalemate here. I've got someone who doesn't care about me. They may misread the way you feel about them. You may be head over heels for them, and they feel like you never even tried to get to the top of the hill with them. They may feel that way based on the way that you're offering love. You know? The way I'm seeing it is like just walking over with a basket of love, and slowly but surely you're taking your love out of that basket and putting it back in your pockets or in your chest or wherever. You know, you're taking it back out of that basket and you're putting it back up like, well, maybe I won't offer this much. And it's like the longer the distance, the more you're taking out. And then when you get there, you're there with an empty basket, and you're like, and they're like, well, now you're expecting me to put all my emotions in this basket to offer you. And you're like, well, really, door slam. And now you kind of just picked up those burdens. You just kind of picked up that combative energy, that conflict, that, okay, well, let's go heads up type, you know. But it's like, really, you desire coming away from this and coming into this. You know, he's facing this. They're facing each other. This wants to be blended. You want to be strong in your independence, but also be able to offer this love without there being a problem here. You know, you want to eliminate the problem, okay? But if you continue to act like you're comfortable where you are now and what you have now, then it's going to be harder to obtain that full fulfillment, you know, on multiple levels, financially, physically, emotionally, in terms of health, in terms of business, in terms of many areas of your life. You're going to continue to put a delay to that, and that's when you're going to, and you know, it's in your spread, it's in your future, so it is coming. How long it takes depends on you, but don't allow yourself to get to this pinnacle in your life and believe that that's it. or feel burdened as to the next step, or feel burdened that, you know, more money, more problems, or, you know, just allow yourself to bring in this energy, to bring in this energy and kind of have yourself going in opposite directions. Fulfillment, but not fulfilled, you know. It doesn't have to be with a better life. You know, you have more worries, you have more troubles, more, you know, so on and so forth. Allow yourself to experience the joy and the bliss and the rewards of what you've worked through. But not only that, with this being in the spread and being in your future and being one of the cards paired, being the card paired with this, it's also telling me that, you know, when your circumstances change, there's going to be a need to revisit all the things that you carried. There's going to be a need to revisit these things that you've carried and learn how to release them. Because a part of your reward, a part of the reward is going through the battle, or taking the test, or doing whatever work is required to obtain the reward. And sometimes the reward, you know, oftentimes you don't get the reward without the work, or without sacrifice, or without something being done that you may not want to do. It's just like a paycheck. You know, sometimes you have to, you know, do things when you don't want to do them, or do what you don't want to do in order to have stability, to have income, to move forward. So it's just like, once you get this change in your life and things begin to really come together, your health improves, your home improves, your work life improves, your, you know, financials improve, your family life improves, the time you have to give improves. Once these things improve, don't take 2 steps back. You know, just take that 2 steps forward and 1 back, to go back through things and to rehash things and to eliminate things and to let go of the things that no longer need to be carried. It's like continuing to hold on to this 5 of wands energy here. In a way, it's almost like you've doubled this 5 of wands energy, but that's in order to eliminate it, to remove it. It's like some things had to come back around for reevaluation, and in order for you to really let it go, so that when you begin to allow yourself, or to immerse yourself in this new energy, you don't double time yourself with this negative energy here. Okay, but this is also 210, so you definitely want to put an end to this energy here in a big way. Okay, and this is going to open the door for more opportunities, with this being a 10 here as well. You're releasing things, and you're going to kind of reset and go back to that ground zero point. Once you hit this 10 of Pentacles and this 10 of Wands, you're going to go within, and then that's when you're going to chase this 10 of Cups. You're going to replace this with that 10 of Cups, and you're going to begin to recognize where you've been kind of boxing yourself in, or locking doors and saying, hey, this door is locked, I can't go through it. And it's like, but dude, you just locked it yourself. And you're like, yeah, but I locked the keys inside, you know, like, oh, there's nothing I can do now. You're going to stop with that. You're going to stop knowing what you want, but holding it back so much. I would just say, when you allow love to come in, and you allow your life to transform and change, not necessarily because of that love coming in, but because of the recognition of all of the love around you and within you. When you begin to recognize that, which I do feel is one of the strongest reasons why you're going through this on a more so to bring you to a place of understanding a place of gratitude, a place of understanding. And it feels like you're going to learn, or you're learning how to stay present and to no longer be content with the things that you have, and to no longer be afraid of love. And what I'm strongly hearing is you're learning how to accept the transformation of your external reality as your internal reality changes. It's like some of you in the past, you would wake up and feel good and then kind of scratch your head as to why you're like, oh, I've had this awesome day, let's hope tomorrow goes the same. And then tomorrow you wake up and you're down, and then you have kind of a shitty day, or your day doesn't balance out to your previous day, and now you're kind of just putting yourself in a lower mood, in a lower energy, because you thought, oh, let's try to get another good day. Well, let's start with you first. When you get out of the bed, let's set up the ways your day may go. When you're going through your day, let's reflect internally and see, how is my internal world feeling? And continue to push yourself from the inside out. Make sure that each step feels right. Okay? So just allow yourself to break new barriers. Allow yourself to break those barriers and walk into new experiences. And allow yourself to be okay with taking a certain amount of steps forward and taking one back to reflect. Allow yourself to do that, because it feels like the way you operate, for who I'm reading for, it feels like the way you operate is to move forward and evaluate. Move forward, evaluate. Move forward, evaluate. And there's nothing wrong with that, as long as you're continuing to move forward. You're not moving forward and evaluating and evaluating and evaluating and evaluating and moving forward and evaluating and evaluating. You need continual growth, continual forward movement. Okay? This love does feel trustworthy. It does. So understand that you're going through this process now to move you out of complacency, to move you out of being comfortable with what you already obtained, to move you out of being fearful of going after whatever you want. Love, career, spirituality, everything. If it's something you desire, go after it. And don't beat yourself up for taking a minute to step back, or taking a minute to stop and to reflect. Because it seems like when you stop, or when you reflect, or when you go back, you grow more of a feeling of contentment. So don't dwell too long. Allow yourself to move forward, come back, and pat yourself on the back. Not beat yourself up, but pat yourself on the back, and then move forward again. Because it feels like that's how you learn also. You more so learn your lessons by studying and continuing to study. This is also cricket, so kind of align yourself more with what it is you truly desire, and believe that it can happen for you. And when it does happen, don't think that is just bull. Understand that you get what you want because you're a co-creator. Just don't co-create the wrong things. Okay? Co-create what you truly desire, and not from a place of I already got enough. Create from I'm hungry for more, because you always deserve more. Okay? Alright, that's going to be your reading. I really hope that helped. You guys have a great one.